Hello and welcome back to the stream for this, the final game of the day. Final game of Women's Super League, against between Derby Phantoms and Stafford Raptors. Apologies, I'm running this solo here, so the operating may be slightly below par as well as the commentary. Not particularly below par that ricochet catcher. Oh no, hit by the second ball. Yeah, Phillips saves Darcy's blushes a little bit by catching her on the feet before the ball pops up for the catch. Just a hit, nothing more than that. Single ball from Lancaster. No luck there. Hannah Dyer blocks the incoming ball from Brie Darcy. Yeah, very much the haves against the have-nots in this game. Derby boasting a particularly strong position in the Women's Super League so far. Second at the start of today, and a win to their name earlier on. Stafford Raptors currently sit in 10th. That said, they've had a few clutch wins against their close-fought relegation rivals, so I don't think that relegation is a dead certainty at this point for them. Still plenty of dodgeball to be played. Brie does well to block the pre-throw in from Lancaster and punishes her with aplomb. Derby yet to lose a player so far. Brie Darcy again doing well to negate the incoming ball from Debbie Bateman and punishes her as soon as she's an empty target. 4 balls now in the hands of Derby Phantoms. They find their mark on Manon Dixon. It's a 1v6. She's got 4 balls in hand. Pressure up on the wing, forces her to throw at the ball holder. Doing well to protect their middle players. Single ball at Darcy, double running counters. Can't quite hit the catch. Nice aggressive start from Derby to really set the tone in this game. Yeah, Raptors unable to secure any hits or catches in that. So a bit of a dream start for Derby. They currently lead this 2-0. Lethal quick start from Phillips. Both teams electing to engage in a one-ball volley exchange. I think both teams paying a lot of respect to the countering ability of the two teams. That electing to always keep 2 balls in hand to try and negate any kind of countering threat. Plenty of efforts at ball holders so far as well. Dixon and Bateman both being tested out by Derby so far. No hits so far. That's the problem with going for an empty target. Brilliant catch in the middle. Lancaster makes her way to the outbox. Dixon does well to catch Phillips off guard and throws through a block. At the expense of 4 balls, does take out Phillips. Three-ball release finds the marker Holly Edmonds. Derby again retaining 2 balls. They have plenty of countering options at this point. Double attack from Raptors. Yeah, Derby electing to call off that counter. They can afford to invest the possession on and make a big hit here. Raptors do have 1 of the balls back though, to be fair. 3 balls only for Derby. Again, tests out Dixon. Dixon tries to get past Brie Darcy's block. Brilliant catch from Debbie Bateman. Takes out Brie. Very nice. There's the pre-throw. Brie does well again. Brie Darcy does well to get around the pre-throw from Bateman, but as a result, her throw's a little bit wayward and comes straight in the catching zone. Yeah, Bateman's got real bread and butter play for her to get that pre-throw to change the timing and then get the catch, which is Derby's group throw letting them down again. A catch again in the middle. Maddie Smith now makes her way to the outbox. Multi-ball attack takes out Charlotte Peak. But I think they were actually on play 4 and only released 3, so Dixon and Bateman both called out for 5 seconds. So yeah, that's a tough one for Raptors. Lancaster tries to get that pre-throw off and dodge the 2 balls incoming, but doesn't quite manage it. Now a 2-all from a 5-on-3. Raptors calling off that counter with the last action of the game, and that's a tied set. It's 3-1 to Phantoms now. Apologies everyone, my operator's abandoned me, so I appreciate that the graphics may be a little subpar for this one. You have to rely on my audio description, and I'm aware it's not the best. Currently sitting 3-1 to Phantoms after a fairly brisk sweeping aside of Raptors in the first set and then a fighting draw in the second. Phillips again looking for that quick start, doesn't quite find them out this time. Raptors throwing away a lot of balls. They throw 2 balls as part of the initial attack, but don't quite find the mark. As the 2 counters come up looking for Bateman, she spins off another one at Brie Darcy to try and disrupt the counter time. And she is successful in doing that, but it does cost 4 balls in the process. They do well to not find Lancaster. Good news, everyone. You got another voice to listen to. In good time.
Hello?
Yeah. There we go.
There we go. Hello.
Sam WV2 has joined the party.
Also from Sheriffs. I mean the thing's wrong.
I know.
You don't know how to fix it. Okay, cool.
I just got here.
Nice. Yes, so it is, like the screen says, Derby versus Stafford. Nice catch out there from...
Yeah, Raptors starting to turn it around with these catches. They've taken a fair few in the last couple of sets.
They've got some very good catches on the turn, so...
It's one of the things that got them out of Women's League 1 last season. Just the ability to turn around sets, and even if they weren't having a brilliant throwing day, they were really struggling. But in amongst that, Brie Darcy finds the feet of Debbie Bateman. She makes her way to the outbox.
Really such a good player. Very talented.
Yeah, well, she's a big part of the reason why Derby is so high up this league. But yeah, doing well to punish a lot of things. Although finds herself in no man's land, and Stafford very efficient in punishing her. 5-2 up in this set. They had a similar lead in the last set. That they're only able to take a draw from that one. 2 balls takes out Edmonds.
Stafford choose to reset with 3 balls there. Thank you. I'm probably very quiet. And then
That looked like a hit.
And a lovely catch there from Gintari on the wing. Bringing it up.
I've been avoiding trying to pronounce her name because I know I'm going to make a meal of it. But there we go.
Yeah, I'm not even going to try.
5 falls in the hands of Phantoms now.
And a lovely
take out Lancaster.
Lancaster
no, yeah, look for the ricochet catch, but didn't quite fall for Manon Dixon. Derby's clearly perceiving Lancaster as a pretty huge threat on that Stafford right wing, and rightly so. She's a real asset and got it all in her locker. Double pre-throw makes a hit on the centre, but Gintari punishes Manon Dixon on the far side, and that's a set to Derby. Yeah, Derby again doing well to navigate that player deficit early on in the set.
Yeah, I think it was 5-3 up at one point, and then bring back to a 2v1.
Doing well to just use the group throwing to eke away that player deficit. 5-1 now in favour of Phantoms.
We'll try and get an accurate on the score. Do you know what the score is?
5-1.
5-1. 5-1.
5-1 to Phantoms.
Very nice. So 3 balls in the hands of Stafford. Ford on the wing.
Yeah, I'd like them to take the pace out of the game a little bit. Throwing two balls at centre target. They've been, one of them invalidly so, unfortunately for Debbie Bateman.
Oh, Bateman's not having a great start to this game.
She's struggled to live against Brie Darcy in the first couple of sets, but yeah, struggling to make inroads so far.
Yeah, well, Stafford's definitely favour the sort of slower temper team, but Derby is the total opposite. They thrive in the sort of fast pace, double running counter kind of thing.
Yeah, Edmonds tries to inject a bit of pace in the game, but Bree's seen it all before. Does well to deal with the incoming running counter, and seeing that Edmonds is a vulnerable target up court, she then wastes no time in ensuring her set and comes to a premature end.
Nice block from Gintari as well there.
Yeah, nice dodging from Kez Tranter, who's I think come on this set from. I think she's come on for April Phillips this set.
Yeah, April's off. Nice block from Alex there. And then Derby just going to set with 3 again.
Yeah, rinse and repeat from Phantoms. Well, they might elect to throw in a couple of doubles or go to an empty target.
I think their plan is probably just to set with 2, to be honest.
They're a potent team playing with 2 balls, but Raptors aren't going to sit and take possession quite so easily. Okay, they will now. As soon as Lancaster's not been given a counter opportunity, now they reset with 3. See what Derby can conjure up here. 2 balls at Darcy. Nice dodging again. These double counters from Derby, they're always pretty on point, pretty with timing and intent, but struggling to make their mark so far. They've made a lot of hits from free throws like that. Although there is a deflection catch, so Darcy exits. Yeah, those are always a little jarring when you've made a brilliant hit and get punished for it. Sometimes the game doesn't reward skill.
Just a bit lucky. Derby still up 5-4 though. Probably.
Still in a favourable position in the set, especially when Raptors throw all 3 balls and realising that Tranter calls off the running counter, knowing that they have all 5 balls and 5 players to use them.
Ooh.
Play 4 called. 4 of them have got to go. They do go. And they made that hit.
It was lovely. Managed to look like they initially tried to secure a catch, but managed to get the hit there. And that is another set for Derby.
Yeah, the hit may or may not have been after the whistle. I think it's immaterial in the grand scheme of things. Derby were up a couple of players prior to that throw. So it's 7-1 in favour of Derby Phantoms. Yeah, Derby looking like the real deal so far. Raptors making a lot of good catches, but Derby's throwing potency has been...
For every catch they're making, they're getting hit twice.
Exactly. Derby's throwing intent has been pretty difficult to live with for any... It's been difficult to live with for any team this season, and no less so Stafford today.
Yeah, apart from maybe Alex, there isn't really a huge thrower on the Stafford side. Whereas...
2 balls slightly above the peak, though.
Yeah, onto Charlotte there in the background. Not Charlotte Birch.
Charlotte Peak.
That's the one.
Too many Charlottes at Derby.
Charlotte.
2 balls again looking for Edmonds, but she managed just to hole in the wall her way out of it.
And a lovely secure there from Kez.
Picks it right out of her hand straight away. The one downside with throwing a lot of two ball releases is that kind of increases the likelihood of a wayward ball resulting in a catch. A little delay ball there from Derby finding the feet just as the player thinks they've got away with it. No chance, unfortunately. Again, what goes around comes around, or a deflection catch in favour of Derby now. Chancer makes her way to the outbox in double quick time, but comes straight back on. Yeah, this is a real test for Stafford so far now.
And hit with the first one, but makes the catch on the second, but was already hit.
Yeah, foam rules she'd be okay, but hit as soon as the ball makes contact with her, the only thing she can do is secure the first ball that caught her.
And Derby are going to set with 4 again. Looking to probably end this set here. And they do.
Yeah, Lancaster makes the hit on Smith, but can't do anything about the 3 incoming balls from the remaining Phantoms. It's a 1-minute set to finish this half, and it's 9-1 in favour of Derby. And you feel like Raptors probably need to secure this to stand much of a chance in the remainder of this game. An 11-1 deficit at half is not impossible, but would probably be the story of the day if there was a comeback from that.
Definitely, it's definitely an uphill struggle, and I imagine Phantoms would probably just sit back and.
Yeah, everyone knows their aggressive style of play, but they're intelligent players as well, as much as anything. Tranter trades itself with Dixon. Raptors do get 3 balls off the back of it, and it's rolled over to the Phantom side. Or has it?
And that goes over to Phantoms, I think.
Raptors now with the countering opportunity here. 2 balls at Bateman, doesn't quite make the mark. Raptors with possession, they're level. Yeah, you can tell they've drilled, thrown at cones and players' laces all day, every day.
Lovely pre-throw there.
Brilliant pre-throw, takes out Lancaster, but there is a double hit onto the Derby girls.
And that was a 4-3 up for Stafford, I believe. So 11-3.
9-3 at half, I think.
They've got a nice core squad of 8, which they
utilize
well.
Yeah, so their strength and depth is another thing that's really kept them at the sharp end of the league. Peak dancing with that back line, but she's all right for now.
A lovely single from Jen Allen there to hit Lancaster out. First throw of the game. 1 for 1.
Yeah, throwing motion is pretty distinctive to say the least. Getting a lot of spin and swerve on the ball makes it difficult to read, as well as being just pretty fast through the air. Too much for Lancaster to handle. Edmonds then caught fishing for Maddie Smith's ball. And 2 balls take out Dixon. 2 balls take out Dixon. Tranter and Selby enjoyed that one.
I'll try and give us a.
We're back. I'll press the right button.
People can hear me.
Right then. Three ball attack on the winger. Bateman has to think about testing out Darcy. Thinks better of it.
Some lovely fakes in there from, but Raptors really aren't.
Struggling
phased.
Yeah, they're probably the right play to set with the 4 balls. Use 2 of them to try and secure the hit on the ball holder. Darcy does well to tuck down out of the way. Pre-throw coming in. 2 ball attack makes the hit.
Just left with Bateman, left for Raptors, with 6 strong for Derby.
But she has plenty of wherewithal about her to try and take a catch, as long as she stays on court, which she managed to do.
It's always good first step.
Yeah.
And the old
double
throw.
The double ball attack from one player, lesser seen but always loved.
I like to call that the Pete Rhodes. He does that a lot.
Yeah, he was a pioneer.
And now it looks like a catch, but then hit out from Bateman.
Yep, she's
bring back in Lancaster.
Pleased with herself, but sauntered off court. Lancaster, a woman on a mission. Tried to pin down Darcy. Doesn't quite manage it.
Lovely catch out from the ball retriever there, Ryan Ellis.
Ryan Ellis getting FOMO from all the excellent catches that Stafford Raptors have been plucking so far, and decides to pick one himself.
Oh.
Pretty merciless from Derby. Lancaster doing well in terms of pulling out all the stops to try and get back into the set. But she wasn't in the place where she could afford to play safe. Derby do well to punish her as soon as she leaves herself vulnerable. Another set in favour of Phantoms.
Yeah, you have to think they maybe are done at this point, but
Yeah, set difference is going to be big at both ends of the table. You think, especially with both the sort of cluster of teams at the top and the cluster of teams at the bottom, all going to be beating each other. You might end up with set difference being quite big by the end of it. It's
I believe if both Spartans and Derby win both their games today, they will still be tied at the top. So
that would make sense. And
it just looks like Kez just decides to boot a ball halfway across the court.
It's an interesting tactic. Not one I'm sure will catch on.
No.
Jen Allen gets away with murder a little bit there by not making an attempt because it didn't cross the middle. Still 5 apiece. I think both teams potentially in a little bit Sunday evening mode, as I'm sure we all are.
Yeah, very, very late on. It's been a long day for most of us.
Two balls takes out Pete. Oh no, she does survive it. Apologies.
Lovely hit from Darcy onto Lancaster.
Yeah, she's really had her number on that wing. Both Bateman and Lancaster on the far side have struggled to deal with Darcy. Allen trades herself with Dixon. A trade that neither player will be too unhappy with. Giving us level in the set. Fairly neutral interaction.
And a lovely catch from Bateman. Again, the commentator's curse. We should just stop commentating on how good people are.
Yeah, if there's ever a result that you particularly want in your league, then let me know, and I'm sure I can make the opposite happen.
Just an update.
Excellent shot from Maddie Smith.
Other court. I believe it's half time, and I believe it's 6-4 to Valkyries
against Bedford Rangers.
Quite a tight game over there.
Two-ball attack from Derby, don't quite find the mark. Pre-throw in from Bateman means they still have 2 balls to play with. They're not in a poor position here.
Nice block from Lancaster.
Yeah, doing well to make sure that they don't retain that ball. It's one where you'd almost rather have 2 balls than 3 at this point if you're Raptors. And you have the countering opportunities afforded to you.
And Bateman makes a second catch of the
She makes it look so easy. Looks like she's got all the time in the world to pick that ball from Peak.
Brings back in Dixon. And a lovely
opportunistic hit from Maddie Smith at the back.
Catching
Raptors on play ball, they're going to have to throw. They do indeed throw. Maddie Smith's gone.
Go.
Bateman can't quite make it a hat-trick of catches just yet.
And that's time.
That's the set.
Set for Raptors.
Yep, they needed that big time. I believe that makes it 13-5. If my memory and eyes serve correctly.
They only won 1. No, was it 9-3?
Sorry, team. We've had a long day.
Yeah, what are numbers? I just witnessed a 30-0. That was quite impressive.
Derby again managed to win that middle. Although not particularly cleanly, so no opportunity for a quick start.
Keeping those spirits high, though. Very energetic team.
You wouldn't believe it's 8:30 on a Sunday evening, but here we are. Brie Darcy's finally given herself a bit of a breather. April Phillips is on the left-hand side.
I know, as with that lovely single.
Yeah, Holly Edmonds has struggled to get into this game so far.
Very much
been thoroughly pinned down from all angles from the Derby girls. Shot from Alex Lancaster takes out Selby.
Again, we apologise, but we're not going to try pronouncing your last name.
It says Selby on the shirt. That's what I'm going with. That would have been quite something from Phillips, but can't quite manoeuvre the ball up into a catchable position. Raptors doing well to secure that hit on the post throw. Derby on play ball here. Catch made in the centre. Edmonds returns.
And Jen Allen getting hit out on the...
Yeah, pre-throw from Lancaster makes the hit, and then there's a catch in the middle. Big swing in favour of Raptors.
Smith getting hit there.
Yeah, nice work from Raptors.
Tranter's just left. Let's see if she can make anything happen. But
she's taken a few catches this game.
Yeah, it's been a bit 1-for-1 at Donna though. Free throw gets nothing, and no catch. Second set in a row for Raptors.
Yeah, good momentum builder. I wouldn't be surprised if Derby take a timeout here.
Yeah, timeout called from Phantoms. Probably just more to reset than anything, rather than...
Yeah, no need to panic or drastically change anything. Just having to curb a bit of momentum that Raptors were starting to build. Still a 3-set deficit, I think, for Raptors to manoeuvre. So Phantom's still in the driver's seat with on the scoreboard, and I think they know that if they win any set in the remainder of the game, then they should be safe, home and dry. I think the way
it's round of possibility for Raptors to come back now. But
yeah, but for Raptors to come back, they needed to win sets, and they needed to win them quickly. So and that's exactly what they were doing. So Raptors, Phantoms doing probably the justified thing in terms of taking the sting out of the game, and even if as long as they make this next set last a long time, then they should be back on track. But we'll see. Raptors playing like a team with nothing to lose at this point, which
I don't think they do have anything to lose.
Yeah, exactly. They won't gain anything from playing safe at this point, or playing their plan A for the first portion of the game.
Might as well try something new, see if anything else sticks. Quite an eventful game on the other court. Back to 6-6 between Valkyries and Rangers.
Yeah, Bedford Rangers up in this set as well.
Yeah. Lot of cohort behind them as well, which is probably what you can hear if you hear any shouting.
Well, we say about Phantoms' title charge potentially taking a bit of a hit if they lose this game. The same can be said for Valkyries on that other court against Bedford Rangers. I think with if Derby win this game, which it looks like they're en route to doing so,
Rangers go up. 8-6.
Rangers gone up 8-6 on that side. Also, not sure what the delay is on this court. I'm not sure. I don't know whether the refs have just had enough.
How to sit down. There we go. John T's game.
Back in the game.
Yeah, timeout call by Valkyries there on the other court, which is understandable. Losing 2 sets in a row.
Anyway, back on here. Raptors again not contesting that middle ball. They do well to apply pressure to make Phillips go a ball holder for the quick start.
Just a ball
Trading
trade
blows
there
on the right wing.
I believe there's been a substitution for Raptors as well.
Yes, number 47 is on in the middle.
Is it Evans? Sorry.
I couldn't tell you, I'm afraid.
Evans? I just don't know her name. It's the blonde lady.
Lancaster takes out Alum in the middle, but Phillips is there to punish her. Ends up in a trade. Raptors take 3 balls off the back of it. 2 balls at Phillips, don't find the mark. Double counter on Dixon.
Nice block from Dixon.
Goes back for the reply. Nice cover from Selvey.
2 balls for Phantoms. 1 player down.
2 balls on the other wing this time.
Choosing to set with 4 this time, so going for the counter attack.
Yeah, having been stung a couple of times by Bateman's pre-throw catch technique. Don't fancy it this time.
Again,
Phillips does very well to put it nowhere near her catching zone.
4-4 now.
Sure is. Yeah,
that is a fact.
Can confirm.
Can
count to 4. It's 3-3 now.
3. Wow. This cutting edge commentary. This is why you listen to us, right?
Don't worry, folks. You don't have to hear for us.
And a lovely catch by.
Brilliant catch on the right hand side. From I believe that's Hannah Dyer on the right.
That's the one.
She's taken a few this half, and that one could be pretty pivotal in the grand scheme of things. 2 balls 2 balls attempt on Lancaster. She does well to evade both of those.
4 balls for Raptors, see if they can make a hit.
They can afford to throw 3, maybe even 4 if they want. They don't fancy it. They just throw 2 safe in front of Phillips. 3 balls now in the hands of Raptors. Probably in a slightly less favourable position than they found themselves in prior. Play two called. Phillips start looking for a catch, but it is a bounce. She does call it herself. It's a bounce. In amongst that, Selby makes that hit on the post throw.
Oh, lovely catch
Lovely
by
for Alex Lancaster.
Just left with Selby.
Excellent stuff. After getting away with murder against.
And Alex finishes the game.
Yeah, Alex isn't here. Alex Lancaster is not here to mess around.
No, she is going for scalps.
Yeah, having a phenomenal set there. Getting hits early game and then securing that catch on Phillips is the real catalyst to finishing it with aplomb.
Does this take Stafford within 1 set? Is it 11-9?
Bear with while I check the score.
Oh, a lovely shot there from Phillips. Single ball. And then Derby also have 4. Yeah, 11-9 Raptors within 1 set. Oh, but then, speak of the devil, they lose a hit and a catch. So
easy come, easy go, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Loss of control from Bateman. Always a particularly horrible way to go out, losing control of a blocked ball.
Yeah, you just feel so disparaged, don't you? Oh, lovely standing from Manon there to get Jen out. You
can tell that Raptors have seen her as a good pre-throwing target opportunity. I think with her wind up, I think it lends itself to having that opportunity to do so. And why wouldn't you when she's a big arm and asset?
And with that
very business-like finish from Derby.
Yeah.
They needed that. They really needed to settle after that one.
Yeah, less than 2 minutes left of the game, I believe. So Derby just want to run this out.
Exactly. They're now two sets to the good, and they know that as long as they don't lose this set in 90 seconds, then they're home and hosed. Even if they do lose it,
just run out the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Rangers up 10-6 against Valkyries. And up in the set again. This is looking like a bit of a thrashing here from Rangers.
Double counter, don't find the marker peak. Good. There is 1 minute. Raptors will need to win this set with time remaining to stand a chance of drawing the entire game. Lancaster putting on as much pressure as she can. Smith and Peak are unfazed.
Nice block out from Lancaster, and throw goes slightly wide.
Yeah, Raptors really want to have 2 balls here, try and really inject some trades to just hurry the set up a little bit.
And
double free throw doesn't quite find the mark of peak. Derby doing very well in terms of slowing down the tempo of the game, baiting out the ball possession from Raptors. They can't make a count though.
Raptors still up by 1 in this last set.
Even though they did make a hit with 5 balls, it's not the worst outcome in the world for Derby. Just more time while down off the clock.
And a hit on Smith there.
Phillips looks for Bateman but can't find her. 3 balls in the hands of Phantoms now. They've
About
still got
15 seconds left.
Still got 4 players on. Raptors need to make some magic happen.
And just a lazy single there from Tranter to waste time. And
exhibition killing the time. Raptors win that set, but Derby Phantoms win that game.
13-11.